Gentlemen, Valentine here. Today we got a little bit of a special video. Today I wanted to talk about every means of pay to winning in this game. I just wanted to blow away the whole speculation around how pay to win the game is actually and about how bad it can get. First and foremost, I want to begin with why people were coping about the game, which is the subscriptions. The subscriptions are mandatory, but you only need this one, which is like $30 to $35 depending on your area. For me, it was $30, right? It wasn't really that expensive. It's expensive for a subscription, but it's not that expensive considering it's a pay-to-win game. But that's kind of fucked already, because you're playing a pay-to-win game, and it's fucked because it has a $30 subscription. But on top of the $30 subscription, you have two battle passes. The great part is you can just buy these two battle passes with in-game currency. It's not that big of a deal. So people were right. You don't need this shit. To be honest, you don't even need most of this. You just need the market access, and you'll be able to have a fine, enjoyable experience with just $15 a month. It's not that big of a deal. The problem is that everybody was being retarded. Of course, this game is completely pay to win. It's not even close. I would say it's even more pay to win than Lost Ark, and I'm gonna get into why exactly that is. So let's just hop into it here. Obviously, you go to market. Come on, Mr. Market, open up. We go to exchange, and we see that you can literally just buy gold. You can just pay real life money, and then you can buy gold outright. Obviously, right? This is a pay to win game. You can do that. It's expected in Korean games almost every time. This, mind you, I want to make sure you guys understand this. This is the market after being fucked completely by bots. You could get your battle passes, even the big one, with just 4 million gold. Now it takes literally twice as much. So you would have to spend about 16 no, no, sorry. Yeah, 8 million gold for just for the big one, right? So 4 million is what it used to cost. 8 million is what the new price is, and it's insane. Like with 8 million you can upgrade a full piece of gear to full, just so you understand how much cash that actually is, right? And this happened because, of course, as with every Korean game, the game has been completely bombarded with bots. If I go to any farming place right now, I would be seeing a million bots. Let me just go. Actually, let's scroll through the menus for now, and we'll get right into that one, right? So naturally, as I said, everything's been fucked by bots. It's irrecuperable. This is damage is already done. There is no way to reverse this. And you, as a free-to-play player right now, are gonna be investing so much gold into buying your battle pass. It's not even fucking worth it at this point. It's barely even worth it. It's not that it's not worth it, but it's barely even worth it. Okay. The amount of gold that you used to get from, let me just pull this up. So if we go here to the rewards, here, the amount of resources you get, I'm not even sure that all of this put together would even amount to the amount of 8 million gold that you'd have to pay in order to get it. Right, you get some good stuff. It's definitely good, and when it was a couple of weeks ago, you would definitely be getting something out of it. But right now, it just doesn't look, because you get like 4 extra runs of a dungeon, or 6, I think. In an end game dungeon, you get 1 million gold plus a chance to get some good item that might be worth somewhere around 2 million gold. So with 4 extra runs of a dungeon, you're getting 4 million gold, plus if you get lucky and hit a 10% chance, you'll get a 2 million item. So let's say 4.5 million gold is the value that you're getting from the dungeon runs that you'd want to buy the battle pass for to begin with. Then you get some other shit that really just doesn't change a whole lot for how you play the game, and truth. You get some extra cash that would put it up to like, I'd say you get a solid 5.5 to 6 million gold's worth of value. And right now it costs 8 million gold because the bots are nuking the market. So the battle pass is completely irrelevant. But the battle passes don't really fucking matter in the first place. And this is where the pay to win gets really egregious. Let's get into the real nature of this game. First, we go to any shitty weapon. Courage Greatsword. No. Where is it? There we go. So the bottleneck for this game used to be that you just didn't have enough enhanced stones. So even if you bought all the gold in the world, it didn't matter because you wouldn't have enough enhanced stones. Well, wouldn't you look at this beautiful thing right here? It's a plus 10 spectral longsword. When you disenchant a plus 10 item, you get all of the enhanced stones that were used to upgrade it in the first place. Which means that right now, the reason why this is worth 1.5 million and why people want to buy it, and they do buy it all the time, is because this is also about, I'd say about 12,000 enhanced stones, right? That's what you're actually buying here, and this is how the pay to win got really, really bad, because you can just sell your enhanced stones by upgrading shitty items and then putting them on the market house without binding them. As you can see, this isn't binded. So all you need to do is to just upgrade an unbinded item, put it on the auction house, sell your enhanced stones, and this is how you can get whales to propel themselves to 3.6k. I'm not even kidding. 3.6k item level. For reference, I've spent fucking 16 hours a day in the last 3 weeks playing this game, and trust me, I was quite efficient about it. Reality is all I could get to was 2.6k. So one extra 1,000 item levels above me is what you can get by just pay to winning and clearing all the content already, obviously. But that's not all. If you think that's bad, you have no idea what's coming. Let's go over here to, not to skills, although skills are very important as well. So let's go through this one as well. Normally, people are coping saying that you have your stigma skills and you need to upgrade your skills and you can get PvP gear and you can still stand a chance. Well, that's not exactly true. You want to know why? Well, that's because you have the supply request. And the supply request is essentially just you being able to turn in items to get the PvP abyss points that you would otherwise only be able to get from PvP events or anything else that gives abyss points. So you'd have to play the game to get your stigma shards. This is what upgrades your ultimate abilities, right? And it's the only place to get it. The Abyss Shop is the only place where you can get your stigma shards. There is nowhere else besides a couple of quests that you finish very early on in your character progression. There is no way besides this to get stigma shards. So you need 25,000 stigma shard, abyss points to get one stigma shard. You need a lot of them. It takes about 2 of these to upgrade a skill point after you do the quests. So you can imagine quite a lot of effort. It's very, very hard to achieve this. The problem is that you can grind quests, you can grind the Abyss, you can grind the PvP content, and it wouldn't matter because a whale can just go into supply request, fill in all of these with shit they buy from the market, and get insane amounts. Like, look, this is a blue item. It costs on the market about 500,000 gold, right? You need to turn in 2 of these and you get 10,000. I can't do that because I need to blow all my fucking gold on my character progression. So if I were to do this, I would be doing it all to get some minimal levels of power. Like, look, you can just turn these in and turn any items in and you get the reward. And you can just do this as a whale. You can just turn all of this shit in and you would get all of these abyss points at a speed that no one can catch up to you with. Look at all this shit that you can turn in if you're a pay-to-winner. Like, you could probably get a skill to 20 right now. That's impossible as a free-to-player. If you want to try to get this shit as a free-to-player to max, it's not gonna happen. Just one of these probably costs like 100 million gold. 100 million gold. And you get 88 fucking thousand out of it. Okay, we're talking about insane numbers here. If you're a pay-to-winner, you can get your skills to max, no problem. But as a free-to-player, you can kiss that idea goodbye. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna fucking happen. So a pay-to-winner will not only have better gear than you, will not only have all the gold necessary to make his items to max, they will also have their skills at max, whereas you cannot do so. But that's not all. It gets worse. Here we have Ascension Trial. Magnificent piece of content. You have to clear really fast, you know, to get your rewards in time. You know, it's kind of fun. You don't want to do too much of it, but it's kind of fun. And you get 40 of these per run if you do it on the hardest difficulty, I believe. Right? If you do it on extreme, you get 40. If you do it on difficult, which is what I can do right now, you get about 30, I think. Anyway, so you do 3 runs, you only get 3 runs a week. You do 3 of these, you get roughly 90 shards. But if we go into Substance Morph, we look for the shards. Where are they? There it is, I think. Oh, special. Oh, there we go. So, 10 of these to get 1 craft with a 10% success chance. What does that mean? It means roughly, on average, if you're very lucky, because this game actually rolls down, never up. So if you're very lucky, out of 100 of these shards, so that means 1 whole week's of progress, you are gonna get 1 of these shards, ladies and gentlemen. 1 of these shards, which generally translates to, we go over here, big damage, 1% damage boost. You got all sorts of things here. Damage tolerance, 2.5 extra percentage damage on your kit overall for PvE damage. This is insane stuff, and it's a big board. It's a big board. Just from these, right? This is 10%. Just the orange ones are 10%. You get another 10% from all of the blue ones. So that's 20% extra damage right there. 20 fucking percent extra PvE damage for buying all this shit. And you wanna know what? It's on the market. You're goddamn right. It's on the fucking market. We go to miscellaneous. We go to gathering material. Oh, I think it's... Where the hell is it? There it is. You can buy the PvP ones. These are the PvP ones. I don't know where the PvE ones are exactly. I know they're somewhere in here. I think it's Consumables, actually. Ah, yeah, there it is. So, here it is. 888,000 for one. You got about 100. So, a whale will literally, by default, do 20% extra fucking damage to the boss and take about 20% less damage because they blew all their money on this shit, and you can't do that. You wanna know why? Because you gotta upgrade your fucking items. You gotta upgrade your items. Look at how much this shit costs. 200,000, you think that's big? Wait until you get to 15%. At 15%, it's like a 20% chance to succeed. It costs you 1 million gold to roll each. Every time you roll, you only get 5 extra percent to succeed. So all your gold has to go towards upgrading your item. And then you have to upgrade your item again with an even more expensive recipe using where the fuck are they? These things. So you gotta combine these things with your enhanced stones. And once again, roll it. And that'll cost even more gold. But that's not where it ends. You want to upgrade your inventory. That costs gold. You want to change your stigma shards. That costs gold. You got to blow all your gold on this. So when a whale buys gold, they get their gold to blow money on all this stupid shit naturally. They don't have to worry about wasting their gold, because they could just buy extra gold to blow directly on upgrades. But you're gonna have to use your gold on all the stupid shit. Let's take a look at the stupid shit. You are obligated, essentially, to go into special and buy your resurrection crystals, buy your Odile energy. You need this to go into the dungeons. Look, boom, 1 million gold that I have to blow because it's obligatory. Without this, I can go into the dungeons. So you're gonna be stuck there blowing all your gold on stupid shit, while all the whales don't have to worry about that because all the extra gold that they buy is going directly to player power. That's the difference between you, the plebeian, and the whale. But that's not where it ends. What, you thought that's all there is to the pay to win in this game? No, it gets even worse. Hold on. PvP board. You get the PvP board, right? So as a whale, hold on. Let me just pull the whole recipe here. Gear, first and foremost. We already talked about this shit. You can buy the supply requests to get the abyss points to buy better gear. But you have no idea how bad it is. The Centurion gear is already in the game. You see, the one that costs 400,000 points. What you don't understand is that there are people with the Archon Centurion set roaming around the game. Why is that? It's because the second tier of Abyss was already in the game at launch within the first week. And whales blew so much money and propelled themselves so fast to the item level necessary to enter that they could farm out free world bosses in the second tier all by themselves, and they could get some of these pieces. You got them right. And if we look at what these pieces do, it's 77 item level with 5% PvP damage tolerance, better stats, right? So they get access to this, you, the plebeian, because it already got taken out of the game, right? Because the developers were like, okay, well, the whales got there, so we gotta take it out of the game. But they didn't take away the loot or the rewards. So you, as a free-to-player, are fucked, and those whales, no one will ever catch up with until that second piece of content releases anyways, right? So it gets worse. And then we go back here. What do we have here? Abyss points that you can blow on your PvP board. And now we go back to the board. It's a PvP board. What does this do? Status effect resist. If you play the PvP for even 1 second in this game, you already know the PvP is dog shit. It's the worst I've ever seen. It's literally just about you stun the other guy or you have too high item level so you don't get stunned. Right? That's the way the PvP works. It's a stat check. There is nothing more to it but the stat check. There is no measure of skill. The dodge is a fucking illusion. All there is to this game is whether or not you have more stats than the other guy. So you get status effect resist. You're not gonna get stunned. You're gonna stun the other guy. He's gonna die. Or you have the same board and you're gonna have somewhat of a chance to win. Or you have more than them, and they're not going to be able to stun you. You just win by default. The PvP is the worst I've seen in any fucking game. And it is complete garbage. There is no reason to play this shit. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Okay? This is some garbage. This is complete trash. And only whales would be... Like, only a whale would want to blow money on this shit to begin with. Because no one else plays PvP, because they know you're just going to get out there and get one shot, right? It doesn't fucking matter. So only a whale is going to have the asphalt board to begin with. And they're going to walk around with their fucking extra 20% damage, 20% less damage taken, and 15% chance less to get stunned. And you're not going to be able to stun them. No matter what you do with your kit, you're not going to be able to do shit to them. And there's videos out there of the whales, literally 1v10, 1v15, just blowing your back out. That's the nature of this game. Everything and anything is just pay-to-win trash. There is no redeemable feature here. And the only reason you should play this game is for the PvE. The PvP is trash. We just want... At least I personally Like, in my personal opinion, the only reason to play this game is because the PvE content, like Transcendence, like the Conquest Dungeons, this stuff, all the tiny things that you can do, all of it is quite good. So you want to play the game for this and for obviously some other reasons that we have on screen right here. But there's no reason to play the PvP or invest into being competitive in this game. The game is garbage when it comes to PvP. It is one of the most pay to win games I've ever had the displeasure of putting my hands on. There's not even like an equalized version of PvP like there was in Lost Ark, so you can say, well, at least I can try PvP and have some fun with it, with my character, because I enjoy the kit, I enjoy the way the gameplay works, and I like playing it that way. There's not even that in the game at all. In this game, the only PvP is who has the bigger sack to do more damage. That's all there is to it. You're never gonna find anything else in this game. Nothing. It's just, if you have more item level, you win. If you have less item level, you lose. That's all there is to it. There is no skill, no strategy, no nothing. Every class beats every other class, except for like a few. Like if you're a sorcerer, you're handicapped, because like all sorts can do is stun you and one-shot you. And oh my god, I just reminded myself. There is another way to pay to win in this game. I almost forgot. The consumables. How could I forget? So, as you can see, you gotta pay money to buy cleanse, to buy less mana, to buy health potions, to buy bigger health potions. You gotta pay to buy your mana and stamina regen. You gotta pay to buy your extra HP regen. Your extra attack. Look, it's 18 fucking thousand gold for one of these. You're gonna be blowing one of these every time you die, because when you die, all of your buffs go away, of course, because the developers only care about removing as much gold from your account as possible. So what ends up happening is that you have to blow all this money. The whales don't care because they have all the money in the world. But you can't PvP. You can't PvP because they're gonna have these buffs, and you can't have these buffs because you're broke. You're a fucking little brokey. So they're just gonna trample on you. Look at this shit. 95,000 gold, boys. 95,000 gold for a fucking piece of tea that lasts 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And it goes away when you die. Do you have that kind of money? Do you think that you as someone, even with a subscription like me, do you think you're gonna have that kind of money? I don't think you're gonna have that kind of money. Right? Doesn't work. Let's go, because that's not the end. Hold on. We're still playing. Scrolls. So we got through food. Now you have to blow on scrolls. Each one of these can be activated at the same time. So when you die, you got 7k, 14k, 9k, 17k, 12k, 12k. You die once, all of these are gonna go away. You're gonna have to reapply them. What are you gonna do? What if you're a true Giga Whale? Well, then you buy the big golden scrolls, of course. What does a golden scroll do? Defends against impact type status once for 1 minute. With a 30-second cooldown. 30-second cooldown. What does this mean, guys? What does this mean? I was talking about sorcerers earlier and why sorcerer is a trash class. All a sorcerer can do is stun you and try to put a meteor on you and one-shot you. Sorcerer is trash because a whale can just buy a fucking CC resist scroll, and every time you have your stun off cooldown, they're just gonna resist it. It's on literally the same cooldown as your stun. It's on the same cooldown as your stun, and you have multiple of these. You have this one, right? But there's the potion for it as well. Where the fuck is it? And this one's on a 10-second cooldown, so you can remove your debuffs. You can remove your crowd control. You got all sorts of options to make a sorcerer's life miserable. Sorcerer is the weakest class in the game, by the way, guys. Just so you understand. So yeah, it's all trash, all garbage. We're not even getting into the worst part. 800,000 gold to put PvP stats on your gear. That's goddamn right. You gotta pay 800,000. That's just to roll once. So 800,000 to go into this menu, go into Engrave Mana Stone, to choose one of those 800,000 items, and to press roll once. And you bet your ass that's probably gonna cost a little bit more than 2,000 gold for a roll as well. Ah. Sorry, I just need something beautiful to look by when I go through this dog shit, because it makes me depressed. Okay. Now it gets even worse. Now it gets even worse. Hold on. We finally get into the crafting. This is the worst part by far. So how does the crafting work? Crafting works like this. You take your materials. You craft this item. There is a 75% chance it just crafts the item. Dog shit. That means you failed. That means you just wasted all your money because you don't need this item. What you need is this item with a 25% chance, combo activation chance, to get the Splendid version of the item. What Splendid means is that now you can go, let's just go down a sector here, Splendid Orichalcum Greatsword. Without getting the crit from the gray item, you can craft the next item. So now you put all of these materials together and you want to get a crit to upgrade to the blue item. Expert's Splendid Orichalcum item. That's, I'd say, about 50,000, not quite, about 20,000 worth of material to get a no. So this crits, it's 50,000 to buy this from the market. This crits, it's about 500,000 to buy the blue one from the market. And then we go to this one. This is about 100 to 200,000 gold, just for the crafting materials. 500,000 for the item itself, and you only have a 25% chance to crit and get the unique item, Artisan's Splendid Orichalcum Greatsword. So you get this one, and then this one's worth 4 million gold. So we're at 4 million gold. What do you think this is gonna look like, guys? What do you think this is worth to make your one Star Dragon Lord Greatsword, which is the best in slot PV gear because you get 5% extra damage boost compared to the regular swords, which they have the same stats, but they don't have the 5% extra damage for your whole kit, right? So this is the best item by far. You get 5 of these. Each one of these is 500,000 gold. You need 22 of these. Each one of these is about 20,000 gold. You get you get 10 of these. Each one of these is 1.7 million gold each. Rounded up to 2, that's 20 million gold just right here in this slot. Just right here, 20 million gold. This is about 200,000 gold each. This is yet another 200,000 gold each. And then you want to craft this item and you get a 25% chance to crit. So that... Oh no, this is just the best version of the item. Sorry. So yeah, you get 25% chance to crit to actually equip the item. And that's the max level you can craft. But that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. So this was just a Star Dragon sword that can crit. That's not what you want to equip. You got this one, which takes 9 of these shards. 29 of the more expensive, 40,000 horns. You get 8 of the 1.7k Wrathful Minds, and 14 of the 2 million Wrathful Wills, 21 of the 200,000 Orichalcum ore, and then 12 of the 200,000 Radiant Odiles. To once again get a 25% chance to craft your Splendid Dark Dragon Lord Great Sword. And Of course, in order to craft this one, you need 2 crits of this. The one that costs 1 million gold to craft by itself. Right? So you need to roll about 4 of these to get 1 of these. And let me tell you, the percentage is way lower because this game doesn't. It's very rare that you get lucky in this game. So this is actually about, I'd say, 20 to 15% chance. The game rolls down, never higher. You're never really gonna get lucky in the way that you would with other games or crafting systems. They will always roll you lower. That's the way the game works. I've rolled about 33 items that are blue from crafting. That's about 33 million gold. Of that 33 million gold, I only ever critted 3 times. So my personal luck chance is 10%, it's not 25%. So get ready for that shit. Because not only can it crit and fail, right? So you see this shit, you think, oh my god, I got the 4 million gold sword. Maybe I can sell it. Maybe I can do something with it. And you see the bar fill up, and there's a failure bar as well. And that shit can fill up, and you can just crap your item, and all of your resources are gone, and you don't even get the fucking blue version of the sword. That's the sort of bullshit we're talking about here, right? And you need 3 of those to craft the next ebony dragon one, right? 3 of those crits and 15 of these, and look at all these fucking shit. This is like a 200 million gold sword, and there are whales. There are whales out there. Let me see if I can find one, because they always like to flex. They're fucking bastards. Come on, where are you, cunts? I know you're hiding here somewhere. Ah, there it is. There it is, our fine gentleman. Splendid ebony dragon lord bow, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is a fucking, what is it? A 250 million gold item. I spent 3 weeks grinding this game, brother. I have no way of getting 250 million fucking gold by itself. Okay? This guy has multiple items that are worth over 100 million fucking gold. Do you understand the levels of pay to win in this game? And there is no way you can compete with this guy. Like, nothing's gonna stop this guy. He's got fucking Dark Dragon Lord Greaves. He's got fucking Dark Dragon Lord gloves. He's got all these items. He's got ebony fucking bow. All this crazy shit that you will never see for the next at least 1 year. You can grind this game for 1 year straight, you're not gonna see one of these fucking things. That's how this game works. That's what I wanted to show you guys. This is the reality of this game. Don't let any of these fucking copers, any of these fucking losers try to convince you that this game is not the biggest pay-to-win piece of shit you've ever seen in your life. It's literally worse than Lost Ark. At least in Lost Ark, you could enjoy the content by itself without ever having to interface with this shit. But here, there is no way to PvP without having to log into the lobby and know that if you get a little bit too high rating, this guy's gonna come in and one-shot you. Right? There's nowhere you can run away from this guy. So the PvP, just take it out of your fucking mind, pretend it doesn't exist. There's no reason for you to play through that shit. And yeah, I'd say that pretty much sums it up. One last thing, this guy isn't even max gear. Of course, you have no reason to go to max gear because he already cleared all of the content in the game, right? There's no reason for him to go higher. That's another cope that I had one of my friends come up. It's like, oh, this is a fake whale because he doesn't have the horned dragon. And if we go right here, let's go back to crafting. Horned dragon. Now this. What? Look at this shit. It makes me laugh even thinking about owning this item. Because you can already clear... Like, guys, you can clear all the content just by having one of these. You don't even need anything more. This is raid ready. And you beat the raid and that's all the content in the game. You do not need more than a Star Dragon Greatsword. Even the rest of your items can just be regular items. You do not need more than that. But but man, imagine having a Horned Dragon Lord Greatsword. Horned Dragon Lord Greatsword. 50 artisans. That's five. I don't even know how much this is. That's fucking ungodly amounts of gold. 122. Each one of these is 200,000 gold. 122 you need. 18 Wrathful Minds. Wrathful Wills, 27. Wrathful Ego, 42. This is 3 million gold. You can't even buy these on the market. That's how expensive they are. Because I think you only get them from the raid. 121 Radiant Orichalcum Ore. Radiant Odile, 70. To craft one of these items. Like, if this is not whale bait and nothing else, I don't know what is. Like, you look at this shit and tell me that you in 2 years will be able to afford one of these items. And you tell me this game isn't pay to win. You tell me this isn't just the $100,000. I don't mean 100,000 gold. 100,000 real life dollars to buy this item. And that's the only reason it exists. And people want to say this game isn't made for whales, isn't pay to win. Shut the fuck up. And one last thing that I want to show you guys. I can. Let me just hide display capture for now. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I don't pull some weird shit up. Where the fuck is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, there's the motherfucker. I need you guys to see this shit. I need you to see this beautiful passage. You will love this. I can tell you right now, you will love this. It's worth the wait. I guarantee you. Give me just 1 second. Let me make sure that it shows up properly. There's nothing strange on the screen. Alright, we're ready. We're ready. The great reveal. Here it comes, boys. Here it comes. The greatest reveal. In the last producer talk with the community, we have this. Let me just fuck my camera up a little bit. We have this beautiful passage. Hold on. I want you guys to see how beautiful I am. There it is. I'm smaller now. The most beautiful passage you've ever seen. At the end of the producer presentation of how they're going to change the game, he ended with, "We will not betray you with pay to win." I mean, what can we say, guys? Such generous developers. Holy shit. Can we get a round of applause for these gentlemen who will not sacrifice their morals? They will not make Aion 2 pay to win, because it is pay to win already. That's all there is to it. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time. I'm still clearing through the content, so I'll still enjoy myself for a while longer. But if you didn't want to play this game because it was pay to win, I hope this confirmed all of your suspicions. This game's dog shit. It was pay to win trash you've ever fucking seen. You have no idea how bad it is. Don't listen to the fucking copers. Fuck this game's pay to win. It is garbage. Bye bye.